Bungie is releasing an absolute metric ton of weapons on us. Over the past 3 episodes, we have had at least 40 weapons become meta and have stuck with the meta for this amount of time. The Edge of Fate is launching on July 16th, and there are a lot of weapons that you guys should be grinding for so that you are gear ready to get into the activities, get into the story, and all of that right from day one. In this video, I'm gonna help you guys come up with 10 weapons with 2 honorable mentions on what weapons you guys should be looking for and the roles on each of those weapons. This is gonna be short and sweet, and I do wanna go ahead and give a disclaimer here. Some of these weapons are gonna require raids, some of them will require PvP, and some of them will require dungeons, but for the most part, they're super easily obtainable, and if you guys need a team to go grind some of these weapons with, please sound off in the comments and go ahead and join the Discord server where we have tons of people wanting and willing to play activities with either newer players or a bunch of veterans getting together for a hangout. So starting off with the first suggestion here, I'm gonna say Exalted Truth. It's 140 RPM hand cannon in the adaptive frame category. The source for this is gonna be Trials of Osiris. Yes, unfortunately, you do have to play Trials to get this weapon, but you do not have to go to the lighthouse to get it. You can go in, complete your 7-match card, and call it a day. Exalted Truth is one of those hand cannons that just sits right at home with any Void build, especially with the 2 roles that I'm gonna suggest, which is Withering Gaze and Demoralize, or Destabilizing Rounds and Precision Instrument. I think that these 2 roles are absolutely solid for players who are looking to deal as much debuff damage as possible, and for you hunters out there, yes, I'm talking directly to you, this is gonna keep you invis pretty much infinitely. So this is gonna be number 1 on the list. Number 2 here, I'm gonna go with Lotus Eater. The new Nightfall weapon from the Vanguard Nightfall playlist is an absolute banger. I have been using nothing but this sidearm. There are a lot of new rocket assisted sidearms in this game, and yes, there is still one more coming up in this video, so please bear with me here. I know that they're kind of getting stale, but I absolutely love this archetype. Lotus Eater is a 100 RPM rocket assisted sidearm. The source for this is gonna be Nightfall Strikes. Honestly, there's the match made mode, and you don't really need the adept version if you have the time to commit to grind for it, but the 2 perk rolls you're going to want on this are Beacon Rounds and Withering Gaze, or Reconstruction and One for All. I personally have both of these rolls, and I think that they are both fantastic. Honestly, you can't really go wrong. Indebted Kindness, we were gonna put that one on the list, but I felt like Lotus Eater deserved it a little bit more, and I didn't want to, muddy up the water with a bunch of rocket assisted sidearms and nothing else. So moving on to number 3, we've got Lost Signal, and this is by far, and I know this is number 3 on the list. I want to say that these aren't in any particular order or anything, but Lost Signal is an absolute must for Transcendence builds or people who like to use Transcendence. Lost Signal is a stasis 72 RPM aerial denial frame grenade launcher, and you get this from the episode Echo's Activities, or you can focus it with Failsafe at the helm. This thing is nuts. So the 2 roles you want to look out for, and these are really the only 2 roles that are going to matter, are Autoloading Holster and One for All, and Lead from Gold and Unrelenting. So it's either extra damage and reload yourself, or get extra ammo off the ground and heal yourself. This weapon fills the darkness meter up quicker than literally any other weapon in the game, and this is absolutely going to be one that you're not going to want to miss out on. Next up, we have another grenade launcher. We're taking a look at the Psycho Pump Arc Area Denial Frame. Same RPM, 72 RPM. You get this one though from the episode Heresy Activities, or focusing in the Tome of Want. The 2 roles that I have that I cannot recommend enough are going to be Envious Assassin Unrelenting and Envious Arsenal Rolling Storm. The bolt charge buildup with this Psycho Pump grenade launcher is unmatched in the game right now, and with bolt charge being as good as it is, especially for you Arc Titans, this is going to be an absolute must. Next up, for number 5, we've got Anamnesis, which is a 580 draw time lightweight frame Void bow, the best Void bow in the game. I recently made a video reviewing this weapon, so if you want to take a look at a deeper dive into this weapon, that's going to be the video. I'll leave a link to it down in the description, or there should be a card popping up here. On this one, you're going to want Dragonfly, Destabilizing Rounds, or Archer's Tempo and Sword Logic. The first one for PvE, the second one for PvP and the Crucible. Listen to me. And you can mix and match these 2. I have a Dragonfly Sword Logic roll that's pretty dang good. I prefer the Dragonfly Destabilizing Rounds just because I am a Void Hunter and the explosions makes my life so much easier. This is going to be the 2 rolls that you want to roll on this Void bow. Next up, we have my favorite LMG in the game, Watchful Eye. It's a 600 RPM arc aggressive frame machine gun. Episode Heresy Activities and the Tome of Want are how you're going to get this weapon. Honestly, I would try to shoot for an adept because the 2 perk rolls that I'm going to recommend here I have on the same gun. So So Overflow and Kill and Tally, and Field Prep and Rolling Storm. Overflow is a no-brainer because being able to fill the mag at double capacity just for picking up an ammo brick is going to be absolutely clutch. Killing Tally doesn't need any explanation on why you're going to want to run that perk. Field Prep for the quicker reloads, and again, Rolling Storm for the bolt charge. Can't really go wrong here. Number 7, we've got the Hezen Vengeance rocket launcher, and I was so hesitant to put a rocket launcher on this list at all, but Hezen Vengeance is one of those weapons that just needs to be had by every single Guardian in the game. So this is a 25 RPM aggressive frame rocket launcher. You do get this one from the Vault of Glass raid. Like I said, some of these are going to require you to kind of like hop outside of your comfort zone if you aren't used to doing raids and get it done just so you can get this. It drops from the first, the third, and the final encounter. So if you want to get your hands on one, sometimes you can just go in, find a random checkpoint bot and get it done. Boom. Easy peasy. Auto-loading holster and bait and switch is going to be my first recommendation for this weapon, and then overflow and bipod is going to be another role that you should keep your eyes on. They're pretty solid. It does insane damage, especially with that bait and switch roll, and auto-loading is a no-brainer because who doesn't want to just reload out of thin air, right? This is going to be one to put in your vault just in case you need it. Moving on to number 8, we're taking a look at the Chronophage Trace Rifle. This is a 1000 RPM adaptive void trace rifle from the Episode Echoes activities. There are a lot of rolls that you can get, and bonus, this weapon is craftable. So far, this is the only craftable. Not true. Lost Signal is also craftable. So Lost Signal is craftable, but Chronophage is coming from the same loot pool. Shoot to loot, target lock, and repulsor brace and destabilizing rounds are going to be 2 roles that you should absolutely keep your eye on or get crafted for yourself, because this thing rips through void shielded enemies. And with the artifact mods buffing trace rifles this season, you're going to want to have this. We have a little over 2 months before the Edge of Fate comes out. Take advantage of this weapon while you can. For Grandmaster Nightfalls, the new Rite of the Nine activity, there are so many reasons to be running a trace rifle. This is a good one to have. Next up, we have a dungeon weapon. We've got Unworthy, the 260 RPM arc rapid fire frame scout rifle from the Sunder Doctrine dungeon. That was a mouthful, but listen, I know what you're gonna say. It's a rapid fire frame scout rifle. Joey, why are you even trying to recommend a scout rifle to us? Listen, I hear you. We listen and we don't judge. Unworthy has 2 absolutely bonkers roles for PvP. Let me explain. Rewind rounds and Volt Shot. Enough said. You can take that into PvE too. It's great for arc surge activities. It's fantastic for anything that needs to be jolted. It's fantastic for really any PvE activity. Rewind rounds and Volt Shot is an absolute perfect perk. But where this one really shines for PvP, it's going to be Rapid Hit and Precision Instrument. Holy smokes. I wish I still have the clips from when I was using this in PvP a couple nights ago so that I could put it as the B-roll in this video. Unfortunately, it was corrupted while editing, and there's a whole lore story behind that. But this is absolutely going to be one that you need to have. You get this from the first and second encounter, and I want to say that you get it dropped from the final encounter, but I could be wrong about that. I know for a fact it does drop in the first encounter though. So if you want to go in and just keep farming that encounter over and over and over again, checkpoint bots, hit us up in the Discord. We always have checkpoints going. So make sure you guys get subscribed, hit the like button, join the Discord so you don't miss out on any other videos going over weapons, reviews, whatever. And if you need a team to run these activities with, please do not be afraid to hit us up. But before we get into the final weapon that I think every Guardian needs, and it's gonna really make you scratch your head and say, wait, what? But I promise it's going to be worth it. The 2 honorable mentions for this video, I'm going to say Adamantite, the 600 RPM strand support frame auto rifle. This thing might be a game changer when the Edge of Fate comes out because of its healing capabilities and the perk pool that it has on it. This support frame will allow you to heal your allies and deal a ton of damage. The bullet situation on it is a little bit wonky, but I get why they did it that way because it does need to be balanced. 2 roles here. You're going to want Reciprocity and Circle of Life. And if you want a straight up battler build, Demolitionist and Frenzy. Go with one of those 2 roles. Let me know what you think down in the comments about the 2 suggestions I just made here. I promise you this is going to be worth it. And Abyssal Edge, which is a wave frame episode heresy activity drop weapon that literally is unmatched. There is not a sword better, with the exception of Eager Edge, because we all use Eager Edge now. This is going to be one that you're going to want to have at least around so that you have the option to use it. Flash Counter and Redirection are 2 insane perks when paired together, especially on this wave frame sword. This thing rips with these, and especially with this next roll with Slice and Hatchling. This is a strand disaster for unraveling and landing out those hatchlings. Great choices here. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Last but not least, the weapon that I have on this list, rounding out the top 10 weapons you should be grinding for in Destiny 2 right now before the Edge of Fate releases, is Nullify. This is a 324 RPM solar heavy burst pulse rifle, so it's the 2-shot. You get this from the Salvation's Edge from the second encounter and the final encounter, and boy oh boy, this weapon. Dragonfly and Desperate Measures are going to be the first pick for me in terms of the perk pool here. Fantastic with the solar burst that you're getting. It will spread, scorch 2 other targets, which is fantastic, and then Heal Clip and Incandescent. Out of all of the solar perks, Incandescent is probably my favorite, and paired with Heal Clip, this thing is an absolute monster. Please do not sleep on this weapon. Go get it right now. Run a raid, find a bunch of people, hop in our Discord, find a bunch of people. This is going to be one that you're going to want to have. And y'all know me, I'm the pulse rifle guy, and there's only one pulse rifle on this entire list. I think I deserve a pat on the back. I literally will take a pulse rifle and do any activity. Don't talk to me about not using a pulse rifle, because I'll use a pulse rifle. But Nullify is going to be the 10th option here that I think you guys should get. It's a really solid pulse rifle. It's good in PvP. It's not fantastic, but it's got its moments, and it is going to just shred through any solar focused activities that you might need it for. So there you have it. There's my top 10 list of weapons that you guys should be taking into the Edge of Fate. If you have any questions, or if you want to let me know what you guys are taking into the Edge of Fate, leave a comment down below and then get subscribed. I'm posting videos pretty much every week from here until the Edge of Fate and then beyond. So if you want someone who's going to have dope weapon reviews, quality edits, and all that good stuff, this is the channel for you. Again, my name is Joey. Love having you guys around. I'll catch you guys in the next one.